Yes, I think it's safe to say that the Golden State Warriors have been bad. They've been pretty bad over these last stretch of games. Now I think I have my reasons on why the Warriors are having this stretch of bad luck. And honestly, I think it's kind of self-explanatory, but man, if you're a Warriors fan, I know you've been watching and keeping up, and I know you probably kind of mad and maybe a little worried with this stretch, but I'm here to tell you why I like, as far as for this Warriors team, why I'm not necessarily worried about them, and why you shouldn't be either. Now, if you're a Warriors fan or if you just love NBA content in general, don't forget to hit the like button, man, and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel. And leave in the comments if you worried about this recent stretch the Warriors been on, or are you kind of like me, where you're not really worried and you understand, or you have perspective on why the Warriors are struggling. So leave all that in the comments. But like I said, man, the Warriors have been struggling, man, and when I think about this team, and when I'm watching them, it's kind of apparent that losing Draymond really hurts this team. Like I said, Draymond being out really affects this team and hurts them in a big way, man. Because I feel like everybody around the league knows what Draymond provides to this Warriors team when he's playing. He's gonna always play good defense. He's gonna always guard the best players. And then too, something I think that's understated is Draymond is really the point guard of the Warriors. And I know Curry, on paper he's the point guard, but if you think about Curry and the way he plays, Curry is honestly more of a two guard. So you put that in effect, you're missing your point guard and playmaker in Draymond. And me personally, now you got just a team full of just shooting guards out there, and Curry, Clay, Poole, and like I said, I know Curry's a point guard, but I'm just saying, just the way he plays, he kind of plays more of like a two guard. So you're missing Draymond in his playmaking and his defense. So of course, you're gonna have some of the struggles the Warriors have been having, and also too, I think it's understated that Draymond is actually a really good screener. He leads them in transition. When they get stops. And like I said, he's their leader. Defensively. So I think it's kind of understated what Draymond really brings to this team. And when he's out, you see the results. So now I think the Warriors. I'm expecting Draymond to be back March 14. I know for a fact the Warriors can't wait. To have Draymond back in the lineup because it's going to help them tremendously. And also too, I feel like, me personally, watching Clay out there, Clay doesn't really, of course, he doesn't really look the same right now, and I mean that's obviously to be expected. He missed 2 full years of basketball, professional basketball, so that's kind of to be expected. But man, Clay hasn't really looked the same. He hasn't really looked the same defensively, which was honestly like his main calling cards. He kind of like he's slipping from that aspect. He's still solid, but he's not the same defensive player we accustomed to, and for obvious reasons. And so he's not really the dynamic scorer currently right now. Because as we all know, like I said, he's still trying to get himself, back into that certain rhythm, and really become the Clay who we know and love. And also too, now with that, Curry has a little problem. He has a little problem on his hand because, I feel like Clay has kind of thrown the things off for guys, for guys like Andrew Wiggins, who, definitely has had to take a step back. Poole, Jordan Poole minutes are cut, because you got Clay back. You know, a lot of shots per game are down. You know, and that's the thing. Like Poole, you know, is not necessarily a JJ Redick type spot up shooter. As we know. So that kind of like affects things. And he needs the ball in his hand to get in a rhythm. Less touches and less minutes on the court. Has been hard for Poole to adjust. Me personally, I think Steve Kerr has to kind of tweak the rotation to give Poole more touches and more time with Curry. I'm honestly curious if Kerr is going to play with a lineup of like Curry, Poole, and Thompson once Draymond get back. I feel like that'll kind of be an interesting lineup. Like I said, Curry, Poole, Thompson, and Draymond at the 4, and I think y'all also getting Wiseman back too. So Kerr can play with a lot of lineups. He could put Wiggins at the 3, and mix in Draymond at the 4, and Thompson, there. So Kerr has a lot of weapons he can play with, but as I said before, bringing back a player in Thompson caliber, it throws off the rhythm and it throws off lineups, and it kind of affects guys like Poole and the Wiggins of the world. So come playoff time, do we see Kerr, like if Thompson is still like struggling, is Kerr gonna get bold and put Thompson on the bench? Like he's gonna get that bold to put Thompson on the bench and bring in Poole? You know what I'm saying? Like and start a lineup. Who knows? But I don't necessarily think he's gonna do that just because like Thompson has obviously earned the right to no matter what, he has earned the right to be the starting to be in the starting lineup. So I don't necessarily know if Kerr will do that. But I feel like it's an interesting question to wonder if Thompson keeps struggling, especially when it comes playoff time when you're trying to win games. So I don't know, man. That's just kind of my thought process on why the Warriors are struggling right now. Now, me personally, I think once Draymond get back, I think they'll be fine. And I think they'll find a rhythm. Going into the playoffs, which is important. You always want to find a good rhythm going into the playoffs, and having Draymond back and Wiseman should be back. So I feel like by playoff time, things will kind of get settled in, and I think Thompson will kind of find his rhythm. Especially when Draymond get back, who's their point guard, who's going to get Thompson and Curry more like easier looks. Thompson don't have to be forcing up tough shots and stuff. What I'm saying? When you get Draymond back, he's that playmaker who gets those guys, the Currys and the Thompsons and the Wiggins, the Pools, those easy shots. So yeah, man. So if you're a Warriors fan, I don't necessarily think you should be panicking. I know it's disappointing that you guys are just kind of struggling right now, but I think you guys will be fine once you get Draymond back. You get Wiseman back. I think you guys will be fine. And yeah, man. So if you're a Warriors fan, let me know in the comments how you feel, how you feeling. Leave some suggestions on different lineups you want to see once y'all fully healthy. Leave in the comments if you're worried about this team going forward. Leave all in the comments and subscribe to the channel, man. It really helps the channel, and hit that like button, smash that like button. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for me. Yeah.